Hi guys, so today I'm going to tell you a little bit about the pawn industry. So, have you ever watched those shows like Pawn Stars or those other shows on TV and wondered anything about them, whether they were real, what was going on? Well, I was actually in the pawn business for 10 years prior, and I kind of want to give you guys some ideas of the ins and the outs and the things that go on within them and what to expect when you're going there. Um, So, most people at one point or another find themselves in a need for cash. Whether it's an unexpected expense. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people, having to pay for funerals, things like that. So, always things come up. Um, so, I just want to let you know a little bit about what you're going to expect when those things do come up and you are in that need to kind of get rid of some of the Hollywood, if you will. So, Pawn Shop Today tells us that the pawn industry actually started about 3,000 years ago in China. So, even Queen Elizabeth pawned her jewels to fund Christopher Columbus's trip. So, like I said, if you've ever thought there was a stigma attached to it, or only poor people do it, or whatever you've ever thought, just think about that. Even Queen Elizabeth herself just had to do it. So nearly 30 million Americans actually use the pawn industry every single day. It employs about 11,000 people and creates about $14.5 billion in revenue every year. So it's a huge business that, like I said, we've all found ourselves in the need for. So again, don't ever feel like it means something negative about you just because you find yourself in that position. So what to expect? So when you go into a pawn shop or when you find yourself needing to be in that situation, here's kind of the things that you could expect. Number one, you can pawn anything of value. So obviously we always think of the regular things, TVs, electronics, game systems, jewelry, things like that. But guys, listen, over the last 10 years, I've seen everything. I've taken everything. I've taken statues, pictures, really anything. So definitely anything of value. Now, one of the really good things that you come across with the pawn industry is there's no repercussions if you don't come back. So the only thing that happens is obviously you lose your merchandise. You don't report to the credit agency negatively. Your credit is not impacted negatively. None of those things happen. So that's always great. There's also different options. Depending upon the state that you live in, there's refinance options, there's interest paying options, there's all different kinds of things that you can look into that works best for you when you want to either pick your items up or refinance your items. Also, purchasing. A lot of people, when they think about pawn shops, think about pawning things, but you can also buy things. And the perks of that is you're going to get up to 50% off of retail, which is awesome. Now, there's some things that you want to think about when you're buying something in a pawn shop. Moneymanagement.com kind of gives you 4 tips for buying that I thought were, I liked. Do your research, number one. Know what you're going in there for. Know what you're looking for. Negotiate the price. Good thing about walking into a pawn shop is you're not walking into Walmart. You can negotiate what you want and try to get the best value. Know the return policies. That's a big thing that you always want to make sure that you're doing because, you want to know if you don't like the item or if the item's not authenticated in the way that you wanted it to be authenticated. Say you're buying, a first edition Gibson guitar. You want to make sure that that's the real deal. So know the return policies. The last thing that they list is pay with cash. Now, in some of your smaller pawn shops, I feel like that may be valid, but anymore, it doesn't really matter. Cash, credit, it doesn't matter. So what I want you guys to, or hope that you have learned, is number one is to be comfortable if you find yourself in that position. Don't feel like there's something wrong with you or that you're less than because you found yourself in a situation to need cash. And number two, what to expect when you're walking in there. Know your business. Know what you're wanting to do. If you don't like their offer, walk away, try somewhere else. If it's not going to help you, it's not going to help you. But feel comfortable and confident in going in and knowing what you want. And the biggest thing, guys, have realistic expectations. I feel like when people come in, they paid $10,000 for a ring, they want $9,000. You have to be realistic in your expectations. And if you'll do that, you'll have a lot more comfortable experience for you and for the person that's helping you. So I hope you guys learned something today. So thanks for listening.